Welcome to the Mortgage Broker Podcast, tailor-made for Canadian mortgage industry professionals. Proudly presented by A Better Way Mortgage Group, this podcast is your trusted source for insider insights, market updates, and strategies to elevate your career in the ever-evolving world of mortgage brokering. Whether you're a seasoned broker with A Better Way Mortgage Group or an industry enthusiast looking to stay ahead, our episodes are designed to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to excel in the Canadian mortgage space. Moving on, what keeps you motivated and growing as a professional?
So yeah, I think it's growth itself, right? So like, I love the fact that there are no ceilings here, right? So whatever you put into your business, you're going to get back. And for me, like, you know, the theme has always been me helping people. The fact that I can help more people, you know, get them out of debt or get them into a home, work with, you know, referral sources that want to grow as well. I can feed their buckets. I can feed mine, you know, even like giving back in the community with the agents, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like the biggest fish, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
And you know, there's always a bigger fish, right? So I might be a big fish to someone else, and I'll give them everything I have and get them up there, and then, you know, hopefully that pushes me forward too, keeps me fresh, keeps me learning the policies, keeps me plugging away, because, you know, it's infectious, right? When someone, there's a go-getter, they're like, I'm going to make 10 calls, you're like, oh, I'm going to make 12 calls, you know, and we're going to do this together, and it's just go, go, go. So yeah, working in the business is fantastic, because obviously when you have value and you're helping more people, the reciprocation is the compensation, and you know, who doesn't want that, right? Because that's only going to help you to continue to scale your business, pay for, you know, an admin assistant, director of WOW, or whatever that you need to help elevate, and it's a win-win.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like I think about, like, we have, you know, several team leaders within A Better Way, and you know, sometimes they'll just be having a conversation and say, hey, like, why are you doing this? Like, you could allocate all of this time to your book and growing. And, you know, typically what they come back with is they say, hey, you know, they get fulfillment out of it, but it's also the people I'm managing, they keep me on my toes, and they're actually teaching me things that I didn't know. So to your point, like, it's just that forward kind of progression in all stages.
Are there any books, podcasts, or resources that come to mind that you would recommend to other brokers?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, different levels, obviously, again, but if you're just hopping into the business and you're banker to broker, you know, the Dustin Woodhouse series, Be the Better Broker. Book 1, I wish I had book 1 when I started, you know, I read those like 6-7 years in when he published them. And book 1 through 3, he's got another one. There's a lot of different mortgage broker books out there. But when you're working in your business, because you are your business, right? And it's just a reflection of you. So if something isn't working in your business, or you hit a snag, you know, you can throw the blame on, you know, like that was, you know, this situation, or that happened because of this. But if you really narrow it down, it's like, what does that have to do with me?
Yeah.
So if you work on your relationship with you, that's going to change the relationship with your business, your partners, whether it's family partners, referral sources, it doesn't matter. It's going to, whatever you change in here is going to change everything out here. So books like The Alter Ego. So I know a lot of people suffer from imposter syndrome. I was one of them. I probably still will be. You know, as you scale, you're like, oh, why do I have this seat at the table? Like, do I really belong here? But imposter syndrome is a real thing, and it's just how you manage it. You don't let it freeze you. You don't let it like paralyze you. You just have to, you know, you were raised one way, your beliefs are one type of belief, but that's not necessarily the truth, because you can see out there everyone else is doing different things and leveling up, and you want to, then maybe the best way is to have that alter ego, you know. And like, wrestling reference, since I love wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? That guy, everybody knows that guy. And when you think of Stone Cold, he's got the black vest, he's walking like he owns the place, and he's ready to, you know, take on the world. But he is just some like small dude from Texas. You know, he spent 12 years getting to that level. Even in WWE, he wasn't Stone Cold at the beginning. And what he had to do was be his authentic self, just exploded to one side. So he was his like crazy mean self, but it was the alter ego. So allowing himself to be a different version of himself, that crazy version that all of a sudden exploded into the world of pop culture, and he is who he is now. So if for whatever reasons you have beliefs or you have, restrictions due to the upbringing of your life, be the version that you want to be and allow yourself to be that guy, maybe from 9 to 5 in your business.
Yeah.
And then eventually that alter ego will let you just be that, maybe a little bit like, calm down, right?
I like that. That's a great reference.
So The Alter Ego is a book.
Yeah.
I forget who the author is.
We'll link it in the show notes.
The Mountain is You is another book.
Cool.
That book is really big on beliefs and being in your way. It does factor a lot of unconscious stuff and emotional stuff. And it's a tearjerker book, especially those last few chapters, but it really puts things into perspective. And then it allows you to be like, okay, these other things can be my reality. Do the work in the book, and then all of a sudden things change.
Oh, cool.
Is there one tip or strategy that's been a game changer for your business?
I think for me, the coaching aspect. I've
okay.
had some coaches in the past, like personal coaches for the relationship with me, and then some mortgage coaches too. And if you're new to the business, get a mentor.
Yeah.
There's so many of us out there that want to help, and we're busy, so we will help, right? Obviously you have to listen too, right? So there's a give and take there, but we can help you get to certain levels, and then from there, if you exceed us, then fantastic. And then you're going to need somebody else, obviously. But at the end of the day, if you're a banker to broker, just hook up with someone, figure out if there's a comp there, or maybe you're just helping with deals. You're listening to the calls. So that way you can grow exponentially. It doesn't take you so much time to get to those levels, because if you have somebody there guiding you, you can see what you don't know and you can explode.
I totally agree. I mean, even just the power, when I started in the industry, it was my mentor at the time. The value that I got, obviously from her mentorship, but just sitting in the office, I would go to the office every day and just listen to her talking on the phone and taking an app with her and doing all that kind of stuff. Like, that was worth its weight in gold to me, is just listening to those calls and how do you interact. Getting mentorship is paramount.
Yeah, absolutely.
What advice would you give to a new mortgage broker entering this space today?
Entering the space, just be ready to hustle, right? Be ready to grind. Consistency and discipline is everything, right? So Mike Tyson said a quote on Joe Rogan, and it was, discipline is doing the things that you hate doing, but doing it like you love them. And so usually there are things that you need to do, but you won't do them because they're hard.
Yeah.
But those things, if you do them, those are the things that will get you to soar.
Yeah.
Right? So being uncomfortable, pushing through the uncomfort, doing the things that other people aren't doing. And if you're new, that's almost everything.
Yeah.
Because you're going from, like, if you're at a bank, like for me, when I was at TD, it was information overload, because I left TD's way to go learn, abundance of A lenders and then B lenders, because that wasn't at the bank, and then private lenders. So like, I remember showing up to the brokerage and I'd have to leave at like 3 and go take a nap because it was just too much for like 3 months, and not having shame. Like, there's no shame in not knowing what you don't know, right? Because a lot of the lenders will teach you. Right? A lot of those BDMs, they're going to teach you because you're going to remember them for helping them help you, and the deal's going to go there. And they understand that if you're new, that's fine. Let's teach you to do it the right way, rather than be 10 years in the game and you're still doing it, not half-assed, but like different, and it makes work for everybody else.
Such a good point. I remember my first BDM, and this is now 21 years ago, Larry Bond. And Larry was the guy that I would pick up the phone. I'd make the call to him because Larry didn't make me feel stupid for asking stupid questions.
Right.
So, yeah. And I'll always remember him as being my first BDM go-to person.
Yeah, for sure. And that's always the guy you're going to be like, I'm going to go do it with him because, and so, just don't have shame. Don't have fear. Or if you feel the fear, do it anyways. That's another book. That's another great book.
Yeah.
Love that book. If you do all those things, you will be able to really raise yourself and be able to provide the value and see the benefits of it.
Totally. Thank you for tuning in. If you found value in this show, please subscribe to our channel on your preferred platform. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Your support is incredibly appreciated. We also welcome your reviews and feedback, which are crucial in helping us deliver outstanding educational content. Feel free to share your thoughts. A 5-star review would be fantastic if you think we earned it. Lastly, a vital announcement about Backpack Buddies, our chosen charity for 2025. This remarkable organization addresses a hidden hunger issue many are unaware of in British Columbia. While school districts provide meals during school hours, numerous children face food scarcity at home, particularly during the weekends. Backpack Buddies steps in to support these vulnerable children, ensuring they have easy to prepare, familiar food for weekends. This is achieved through collaborations with schools and an extensive distribution network. Your contribution can make a significant difference. With just $20, you can give a child in need a food bag from Backpack Buddies filled with enough meals and snacks to sustain them over the weekend and more. Once again, thank you for listening and see you on the next one.